Okay, Scourge of War Waterloo today, and I'm going to be playing the Battle of Quatre Bras from the Allied perspective. They'll be leading Wellington's army. It's a 3-hour battle, and I will be playing it with 0 time compression. Maybe I should have read the briefing there to get some historical context. Basically what's going on here, Wellington is, and his army is stationed at Quatre Bras. Blücher, the commander of the Prussians, is over at Ligny, or Ligny, however that's pronounced, a ways to the east. Napoleon's main effort is falling on Blücher, but he's got some other forces heading towards Wellington to kind of pin him down and keep him from assisting Blücher. Okay, the French are arriving in force. They appear to be core strength. Their cavalry have tested our defenses to determine our strength, and it's only a matter of time until we face a full attack. We'll do our best to hold the enemy back with 2 brigades until help arrives. Good God, 2 brigades and against an entire corps. Godspeed with promised reinforcements, yada yada. Okay. So we got Bois Toboggan Woods on the left, this lake here on the right. My plan is form a generally straight line along the river, behind that fort. And we're going to abandon everything in front of that, this fort included. So let's get you back there. And actually, we'll get... your commander, presumably, since that's a level up in the organizational table. Oh, apparently... There we go. First of all, let's get everyone over here. And... yeah, the guns are moving back. Hope you should be moving back as well. I think I will have you hold in the woods. Just so we have someone there to let us know that the enemy's coming if they go that way. Is there anyone not moving yet? You lot aren't moving. That one, this one. You're... There we go. That should get everyone on the map moving. Ooh, I believe we have some artillery back here. Not so much. We got sightings of French troops coming up the main road there. Ah, okay. Got guns here. And guns moving back there. Alright, first step is just get everyone together so that I can line them up and form a coherent defense. We just need to be a little bit ahead of the French in that. And theoretically, they could do wide flanking maneuvers around this way or this way, and I don't really have much in the way of warnings against that. Maybe I could have left someone in the fort there, and that would provide some warning if they tried to do a wide flanking maneuver. Though they would have been pretty cut off, not much hope of being reconnected with the main forces. You look small and expendable. Stay in that fort there. Can you get to it before the French arrive? Maybe not. Why are you stopping? Do not stop. We pull back through the woods if it's too dangerous for you to go around the same way as everyone else. And I'll... Boy, that's a long way around to bring you. Yeah, I do want some infantry. Like, just a small contingent in the woods watching the left flank, and in these woods watching my right flank, just to provide a warning in case they try to do a wide flanking maneuver. But gonna have my strongest defenses raid on the assumption that they're just gonna come straight at me, because it does look like that's what they're doing. Oh. And here come their cavalry, which I presently have none. Okay. So, form a generally straight line along the riverbank. Nothing too complicated there. You go ahead and occupy that fort. It is a little ahead of where I want to defend, but it's close enough that you'll be able to retreat once you're forced off. You guys are moving, right? It would appear that you are not moving. Retreat, dang it. You are too exposed out here. I can't protect you from there. Move back. Okay. Okay, you're moving up to take up residence in that fort there. Yes, a little bit of infantry occupying the Grand Parapont Fort. That'll provide some warning if they try to make a wide flank to my right. Don't really have anyone in position to provide a warning if they try to make a wide flanking maneuver to my left. But oh well, they probably won't anyway, and wow. An entire battalion deployed in skirmish order. Ooh, I could spread these guys out a little bit more. Where's my artillery? There's some of my artillery. Okay, want some of my artillery. Get deployed over there and start pounding them. There's some more of my artillery. Yeah, set up right about here. The faster you can get moving, the better. And there's a little bit more artillery. Ideally, should deploy somewhere where the fort isn't obscuring you at all. Pull to the left of these guys. Okay, so you... Alright. You are a commander unit, so get back behind the troops. They're coming. It's gonna take them long enough to arrive, but I shouldn't have too much trouble forming a full coherent defense, though. Guns in action. I'm trying to... Okay. That's... probably good enough. I'm trying to get it about centered. Here. You a little left where you are right now. You... maybe over here? Where have you gone? There. You... there. You... about there. Generally straight line behind the river, with our right flank anchored on the forest and our left flank anchored on the lake. Nice, simple plan. Let's get some skirmishers forward for everyone. And each formation. It's a little bit larger than your typical light company would be, but two. Okay, looks like all of my guns are firing away, even if they haven't quite made it to the positions I wanted them to be in. Yeah, let's... That's not where I told you to go. There. Go ahead and straighten up just a bit. Skirmishers forward. Skirmishers forward. These are Wellington's troops, but there aren't actually any British troops present at the moment. Wellington's army was kind of a conglomeration of British troops and various other coalition forces. All the troops currently present are Dutch. Royal Netherlands infantry. Why none of them are in red coats? I'm not entirely sure why some of them are in green coats and some of them are in blue. Oh, the Nassau Brigade. Still says Netherlands Infantry Division. I guess the Nassau Infantry organized under Netherlands command. It is drawing near. Okay, reinforcements. These guys. Here we go. Cavalry. Just what I am lacking at the moment. We'll bring you up kind of in a supporting position. Right about there. And no hurry. Okay, their artillery's thumping away, my artillery's thumping away. We're all thumping away. You get some skirmishers forward. My defenses may be a little bit thinner on the left than on the right. The important thing is that they can hold long enough for additional forces to show up. There we go. I should probably have everyone lie down. It's... I hear musket fire. See any musket fire? Hmm. Okay. Ah, there we go. There is to lie down, minimize casualties against enemy artillery. As I recall, they will automatically leap back up once the enemy comes within firing range. The artillery is probably firing on my fort here. They have taken 3 casualties so far there. Come on up here, Wellington, enjoy the show. And you as well. Keep it here for a moment. You guys are apparently firing. Not too much effect, though. I have 9,249 men under my command. Those French infantry are moving in the wrong direction. Not entirely sure what their battle plan is. most of my casualties seem to be within the fort. I think that's where the enemy is concentrating their fire at the moment. Possible they're content to bombard us out of the fort rather than risk a bloody infantry assault. I suppose probably will work eventually. But time is on my side. The longer this takes, the more reinforcements I get up. And the more the French advantage disappears. They need to push me now while they outnumber me. Once I get reinforcements once I get reinforcements myself, I'm gonna attack them. Oh, speak of the devil, here come my reinforcements. They're still a long ways off. Still a long road for them to actually reach my front line. They're coming up, which means the enemy is running out of time to attack me. Looks like they may be taking my advice. No, not quite. What do we have going on over here? What are you doing? And stop it. Stop. 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 You're moving way too far forward. Stop. What are you... No, stop. Defend. What are you No! Okay, that's not a bad position to move to. Nope. Stay right where you are. Ah! Why you shouldn't have moved up like that. Stop. You stop. Stop having initiative. Hold. And maybe form square. Yes, good initiative there. Get down. Get into the squares. Okay. We took some casualties to their cavalry there. Skirmishers. Jesus, I saw the reinforcements coming up. Skirmishers do have higher survivability against artillery and musket fire, but they are extremely vulnerable to cavalry. That's why you always want to have close order formations close behind them for them to retreat to. You are retreating a little further than I'd like. Stop. Don't do things. Just hold for the time being. Situation is really stupidly simple. We hold until reinforcements come up. Don't do anything but just buy as much time as possible for the reinforcements to come up. Oh, right, and your skirmishers are in now. Oh. There are cavalry. A lot of cavalry there. So maybe... yeah. In... you guys not shooting? Not immediately threatened by cavalry, so get back down. Ah, okay, here we get cavalry up here. And you lot guard right flank. And you guard the left flank. Still a little while for my infantry go up. Looks like we did skirmish with French infantry a little bit here. Okay, I think they are finally beginning to attack. Be about time for you to return to your parent battalion. I don't want to form square too quickly, because I do actually want to encourage them to move forward. And once my men are in square, they'll know there's no point in advancing any further. To entice them forward, but I can't form square too late, because then they'll rip into my infantry. Okay, we have cavalry support of our own up now. Okay, infantry taking initiative and forming square themselves. Few things I don't mind if the AI does without orders, but advancing when I mean to be defending, and granted, I probably should have told the AI commander that his objective was to defend is not one of them. Ooh, meanwhile, what do I want you to do? We got several chances I can have for you. I want you probe the enemy. And what I want you to do is to see off enemy cavalry charges and then return to our lines. Okay, I think we're about to a point. I can start deciding where I'm going to place the incoming reinforcing infantry. And we'll place one brigade here on the left flank. The division, so that is, I believe, 2 brigades at this time, since they were following a sort of binary concept on subunits rather than the triangular subunit organization that we have nowadays. So for each unit, 2 subunits at the time rather than... Or actually, I think there are even more reinforcements coming up. I have all the troops in the world here. Okay, I think in this case there are 3 brigades. Normally there might be 2 brigades. I'm pretty sure a regiment at this time consists of 2 battalions, for the British anyway. I'm most familiar with British organization. At full authorized strength, 100 men in a company, 10 companies in a battalion, 2 battalions in a regiment, 2 regiments in a brigade, I think. And either 2 or 3 brigades in a division. There seem to have been 3 brigades this time. That might be the standard. Or, hang on. Only 2 of these brigades are British. These guys are Hanover troops. Hanoverians. Germany wasn't a whole united thing at the moment. So we got the Prussians over in their own army, and Hanover is part of Wellington's coalition here. Hanoverian troops look remarkably like British troops, apparently. Oh, the artillery. We got guns moving up, too. I need to decide where to place them. Just kinda next to all the other guns, I think. Nothing terribly complicated, just so long as they have a clear line of fire and are in range of the enemy. That ought to be good enough. Of course, that spot might not offer the clearest line of fire since the farmhouse is in the way. We'll put them over on the right. Yeah, that'll be better. Oh, they're finally going in for an infantry attack on the farmhouse. I assume that's farmhouse. Okay. Got another corps moving up. Herzog Friedrich Wilhelm von Braunschweig. Braunschweigisches Corps. I'm not entirely sure I'm familiar with that one. But that must be these guys. Oh yeah, yeah, see from the uniforms. This is a different country here. How many troops does that actually make overall? Let's jump to the top of our order of battle. 22,515 troops. Now under my command. That should be enough. Once they all get down here, we'll have enough strength, I think, to push and drive the French off the field. Most of the fighting work at the moment is falling to 5th Battalion National Militia of the 1st Netherlands Brigade. The nearly 500 men I have occupying this fort here and holding off the French. Oh, they're moving their cavalry up, but the cavalry can't do much. Cavalry really need to have infantry and artillery support to be terribly effective. They can be quite terribly effective, but they do need to have support. Much like tanks these days. People kind of think they can do everything, but no, they need amazing weapons, but they need to have infantry and artillery support. Really might as well just move those cavalry away. They're just getting shot up for no reason. They can't break into those squares without infantry support. One thing that is incredibly useful is the sheer presence of cavalry will force infantry to form a defensive square against them. And, well, squares are very good at defending against cavalry. They're very vulnerable to artillery and musket fire, and can only deliver about a quarter of the musket fire as a battalion formed in line could. But, of course, you need some infantry present in order to take advantage of that. Cavalry just here by themselves, they can't do anything. Because those sharp, pointy bayonets facing in every direction, there's no flank to run around, and you guys should get into square. Don't mind. The infantry formed in line, cavalry will tear up because they'll run around the flanks. But in square, you got sharp, pointy bayonets facing in every direction, and horses, being animals with a sense of self-preservation, tend not to like to run onto those. You guys can stop that now. Ooh, good volley. Alright. Using infantry are coming up. As are those ones. They give orders to all of the guns. Yeah, I might not have. They don't seem to have any orders, so you will be placed right about there. I'll let them get a little bit closer before I give them any orders. They're not making a very determined attempt to take this position. Are there difficulty levels in this game? Maybe I should check that I don't have it set low. It has been a very long time since I've played this game. They are not behaving very aggressively at the moment. If they had pushed me, I'm sure I would have been forced to pull back at least a little ways. They did outnumber me 3-1 at the beginning. Well, I assume 3-1. Might actually be closer to 2-1. I'm thinking in terms of modern days, one level. Like, oh no, they should have been outnumbering me like 4-1 maybe. Because I was holding. Yeah, about 3-1. I had 2 brigades holding, and they were attacking with about a corps. Okay. Forming up east of the crossroads. Keep these guns here. Ah, now those are the ones I've already given orders on where to form up. Alright, your guys, guess just kind of generally form up over there. Well, the French have lost their opportunity to drive me off when they outnumbered me. Pretty soon, my reinforcements will be in position and will be ready to make a general advance. Ooh, I think they are actually starting to... No, they're still kind of hanging out of range. Man, what's going on this game? Feels like they're a lot less aggressive than they normally are. You know, it's been a while since I've played this game, but I'm pretty sure they knew how to attack. Maybe I had some mods active? Seeing if there's like a difficulty or a AI aggressiveness option that's set low. Wouldn't appear to be. Yeah, here we go. There's the full battle info. Once the British are all formed up, we'll have them push forward, advancing through the Dutch lines. And the Dutch form up behind them as a reserve. And what am I going to do with you guys? I'll find a job for you. British and Hanoverian forces will advance. Technically, it's only 2/3 British division. Yeah, the 95th Rifles. Oh, 1st Battalion of the 95th Rifles. Okay. The rifle is over on the right, and Highlanders over on the left. Final line infantry in the middle. Funny thing is, big and impressive as this is for a battle in a video game, compared to Total War battles where you might get a couple thousand troops on each side tops, this is actually a really tiny battle in the grand scheme of the Napoleonic Wars. Got maybe 20-30,000 troops on each side. Waterloo's like 65-75,000 troops on each side, and Borodino is, I think, over 100,000 troops on both sides. Oh, the French have taken that fort. So yeah, let's have you fall back. Okay, so we have 8th Brigade all formed up and ready to go. Indeed, 8th Brigade consists of 4 battalions. And yeah, looks like these guys are ready to go. Who is... You're in charge of 9th Brigade. Okay. Well, actually, it's... Oh, now the French infantry are attacking. French cavalry are a problem. My infantry can advance a little bit, and then we'll have to form square and maybe can advance a little bit more, and I'll just have to not really a quick way to clear the cavalry out unless I had an overwhelming amount of my own cavalry. I do have a bit of my own cavalry, but they have more cavalry than I do. It's really going to slow down the infantry advance. He is in charge of these battalions. Where's your commander? There you are. Yeah, Dutch forces present are still strong enough that they can make their own attack. The British can wait behind them until the Dutch have had their go. Maybe the number of troops on the job of attacking the French fort here. Probably safe for you to form line. Go. You should actually maybe... Oof, okay, you've taken a pretty nasty beating so far. We need to keep an eye on those French cavalry. In fact, let's move you forward a little bit. Forming up here. We have plenty of troops in reserve. And the battle intensity is starting to pick up. The French are finally moving forward and attacking. Oh, 95th. I wonder if maybe alternating squares and lines might be a thing that could end up working out rather well. Oh, and having my cavalry present has forced them to move into square, evening the odds for my infantry. Push back like that. Okay, and that right there would be a gap that cavalry should be able to charge through a game where it had more high fidelity in how thoroughly it simulated everything. Line for the time being. Oh, they're going for the woods. Well, looks like I've found a job for someone here. Not necessarily all of you. Go into the woods. Keep the French out of it. Dogger. Okay. Thought they were gonna go for it. Maybe don't stand right in the middle of an artillery battery when it's firing. Yes, thank you. I've noticed. Try to cut them off a little bit. Oh, damn it. Don't fire in volleys. Oh crap. I wasn't paying attention. And it looks like these guys got hit by enemy cavalry. Good God, they were... hard. Okay, let's get some infantry in there to fill that gap there that's just formed. Get you there. Maybe you... Yep. Apparently I had the wrong commander unit selected there. Okay, you are in charge of the group I was sending in there. And you would appear to be in charge of everyone. You are the next smaller unit in charge. So, you get my cavalry out of there. They're getting swarmed by enemy cavalry. Okay. More infantry over here. I'm stuck. Go ahead and march down the French cavalry and you get out of there. Where are you going? Withdraw. Cancel. Stop. Shit. I'm kind of expecting you to... Nope. Go away. Stop. Okay, good. Charge the enemy cavalry. Oh shit, you're getting countercharged. Run away, run away! Okay. You actually... skirmishing with their artillery a bit. Oof! Oh dear, they're taking heavy casualties. You need more infantry over here. You push up a little bit. You push up a little bit faster. And you get ready to take over them, because I would not blame them if they broke soon. They have taken more than a third of their force in casualties. And things are going alright over here. I assume things are going alright over here. Could be better, I suppose. They're doing pretty well. Hello, I am fighting the Napoleonic War.
After Super Bowl done.
That sounds good. I could do that. I am currently... I believe he is off on Sundays, and... yeah. Okay. That was my older brother consulting me on movie plans. I don't know if my mic picked up any of his end of the conversation at all. Just, okay. You move in to plug the gap that's about to be there. And once you're in position, no, hey, keep moving up. Fill that area right there. Once you're in position, we'll give this this battalion here a much-needed break. Because, good God, they've lost more than half their men. Okay, that is good enough. Retreat. Fall back. Is there an option that actually... No, you're running the wrong way. I'm trying to get you away from the enemy. Stop! Where are you going? This one... is there a button that says fall back? That is take charge from the eye. This way. Run away from the enemy. You may want to form square pretty soon. Okay. Sending him through the forest may not have been necessary, since we seem to have been able to hit them off beforehand. Okay, yeah, this battle is picking up. It's getting pretty bloody now. Okay, you guys are just really determined troops. Gonna carry on the fight. Honestly, I'm shocked you didn't run away at 10% casualties. The human psyche is much more fragile than most video games make it out to be. Like, staying in the fight after taking over 50% casualties, that is godlike levels of endurance there. And they've finally broken. Okay. After taking 406 casualties, have 269 men left. They took 60% casualties before they finally broke. This game does do a much better job at representing morale than most games. I think to this day, this is the most realistic Napoleonic War game that I've ever found. I think there's a game called Quatre Bras that might give it a run for its money. Not a terribly well named game, but pretty good overall. So this game, Scourge of War, Waterloo, and its predecessor, Scourge of War, Gettysburg, which I think is, to this day, the most realistic Civil War game that I've ever been able to find so far. Although, the recently released Grand Tactician, the Civil War, does give it a run for its money in that regard. So I think this still comes out ahead. Of course, Grand Tactician does also have a strategic level for you to worry about, which is neat. So this only does battles, but it does them really well. Maybe I should do a Grand Tactician playthrough at some point. I mean, I've done a playthrough for myself, but, like, I should record a playthrough at some point. Oh, you guys are formed up. So let's let you advance. Where's your commander? hiding behind that tree, I think. There's his flag icon. I want you in pack stance. And move up in line. And hit them in their flanks. Oh, and you guys, I'm not having you do anything at the moment. And just have you move a little closer to the front line for now. I don't actively have a job for you right now. Things aren't great on my left. It's difficult to advance because all their cavalry are keeping my men in square, which is putting them at a disadvantage against the enemy infantry. Oh, but of course all these guns are up and they're blasting away. Okay, let's move these ones over here up, form a nice long contiguous firing line with the rest of the guns. Oh yeah, all that booming, that's that good shit. Ooh, I have more cavalry. That's nice. Clearly, the left flank is where I am in need of cavalry. Oh, but of course I shouldn't ignore it that cavalry can be valuable on the right flank as well. Not only can they force the French infantry into square, but once the French infantry formations finally break, they can run them down and make sure they don't reform again. Are we anywhere near forcing French garrison out of that fort? I'm not convinced that we are. I'm gonna check order of battle here. Okay, that's not great. I have taken 2,400 casualties. The enemy has taken 2,100 casualties, which is about 1-to-1. I could be doing worse, but the enemy is doing slightly better than me. Which I'm not entirely used to, seeing as I generally, most of the time, play games where I have tighter command and control, to a less realistic degree than this. Which, the advantage that a human player has over the AI player is much greater. Ooh, I think we forced them out. Excellent. So, we have our own garrison in here now, and that's going to make it easier to advance. So go flank those French infantry, and you guys start pushing up this way. There's a lot of French artillery up, so you definitely want to get some skirmishers out. Yeah. Yeah, let's get some skirmishers up and have the skirmishers duel with the French artillery. We don't want men in tightly packed close order formations fighting the French. Oh, normally they would have rushed up and formed a skirmish line by now. Hopefully these guys will do that, right? Oh, okay. Oh, there they go. Yeah, we want skirmishers to go fight the French artillery, because if we have tightly packed troops fighting the French artillery, they're going to send shrapnel shells, just tearing gigantic gashes in our ranks, resulting in really horrendous casualties. Okay, that's a problem. You! I'm just gonna have all of your forces fighting in the woods. So go... Yeah, reinforce that flank there. Braunschweig? Braunschweig? Yeah, that, Germanic kingdom that existed before it all formed into Germany, that I have never learned how to pronounce. Oh, okay, so we could maybe take a little bit of initiative on charging down the enemy when they're vulnerable to it. You forward a little bit. Oh, I think we're gonna get them. They haven't formed square in time. They've broken. Cut them down! Now don't charge them too far, or you'll get countercharged by their cavalry. So cut them down for as far as you safely can. Okay, that's probably good enough. Hopefully they'll keep routing. You should probably form square. You'll form line and move up a little bit, and then you'll probably want to form square again, just because of how many cavalry there are on this flank. Yeah, they're moving significant forces through the Bois de Bossu woods. Either countercharge or run away. But don't just stand there. Maybe I should grant the AI a little bit more initiative. Didn't like them attacking when I meant to defend earlier, but now that I kind of mean to be generally attacking, I should set button all commanders to have just sort of a general advance order. Everyone's generally attack. Yeah. Grant them a little bit more initiative now. Turn. Actually, in these woods.
Fucker.
Oh, there's more infantry here that I haven't deployed. And send them over this way. Okay. Try running them all down, if you can. And you know, if they form square before you get there. And just, run away again, but you'll have given our infantry an advantage. What have we over here? Oh, bugger, that's not good. Don't send out skirmishers in close proximity to enemy cavalry. See, on the one hand, I need my commanders to have some initiative, because I can't really be paying close attention to everywhere at once. It's a big battlefield, a lot bigger than a Total War battlefield. On the other hand, I kind of don't want them to have initiative, because they make stupid decisions. Well, that worked out. Men under my command do have a tendency to take some awfully heavy losses. Alright, keep on them. Drive them from the field, make sure they don't reform. Oof. Oh, what happened here? Probably the same thing I saw earlier. Ooh, but very effective countercharge that. Return to your parent battalion quickly. Okay, the French skirmishers. Dealing with a battalion of infantry I have here. You know, I really should have some skirmishers active in these woods, and see the AI has taken its own initiative and gotten some skirmishers active in these woods. Maybe I can trust the AI a little bit more. They make some stupid decisions from time to time, but not all bad. Yes, generally advance, please. Drive the French from these woods. We kind of have them divided up into two groups here. This also mean I'm kind of divided into two groups, but at least they're a little bit more contiguous. If you can, Bert, if you stay on the attack, all AI commanders are ordered to move to an attack stance. This battalion is a little outgunned, so if more battalions could move up to help it out, would be nice. Yeah, go help them out. If you don't mind. We need to clear off that battalion first, and then once we do that, I can easily let this battalion move around, and this one move around to support this one, and drive off these guys. We do have the edge on this battalion, so they should be driven off soon. Short order. Oh, those cavalry are getting fired on by enemy artillery. I suppose, yeah, it is easier to move around a battlefield in column, but once you get where you're going, especially if you're in danger of getting shot at by artillery, Really want to be in line. Countercharge. Or I could have ordered you to run away. And then I'm sure they would have taken some casualties to our squares. That might have been the safer bet. And it's not clear you have the advantage in this countercharge. Yeah, that actually went pretty well. Okay, now fall back, please. Okay. So, wherever possible, all our guns are lined up. Not seeing any shooting on this side. Driven the enemy mostly back from this side, so I should probably move these guns up a bit, shouldn't I? Yes, I should do that. Yeah, over here on the left, beautiful song of artillery firing away. I'm going to move these guns across the river. Very least, they should then be in a position for counter battery fire on the enemy artillery. I don't think there'll be much use firing into the woods anyway. Okay. They're getting pretty thick in the woods here. I was worried these Braunschweig troops wouldn't get engaged. Oh, we have more troops coming up. Who are you? Okay, 3rd British Infantry Division. And who are you lot? Eicht Battalion Lüneburg. In the green uniforms, I almost thought they were more like the 2nd Battalion of the 95th. Okay, let's see, it's an entire division here. I probably don't need an entire division to clear Toboggan Woods. But those that aren't needed to actually clear the woods will still be useful in creating a mean right hook. So yeah, let's deploy the entire division into the woods. I believe I selected the division commander. Yes. 3rd British Infantry Division. So that should have all the brigades deploying into the woods. Means you guys no longer have to worry about successfully clearing the woods yourself, though all the better if you do manage it. You just need to successfully hang on until 3rd Division arrives. And if you do succeed in clearing the woods yourselves, then, well, you've cleared the way for 3rd Division to make a pretty nasty right hook around the French army. I was not expecting to get another whole division up. You guys are not doing anything at the moment. You should do something. Some of you should go right and attack the French infantry in the wood. Oh. Maybe some of you should form a line here. And again, form that behind the cavalry. They can move back as they please. And you should get up there. Okay. They are following my general orders to advance. I don't have to micromanage everything on the field. I may need to micromanage a few things. Let's actually get 8th Brigade under some more unified control again. You are. Oh, the French line is extending further to the left than I had really realized. Okay, we'll keep most of our movement on the right and have the left just focus on holding. Ah yes, 3rd Division, 3rd British Infantry Division, I just saw you moving up and gave you orders to move to the Bosu woods. Next time, I intend to play, battle is getting pretty intense, but next time I intend to play, the Battle of Ligny. And that's a really big battle. Like this one, you can kinda see from one end to the other. It's not easy, but you can do it. Battle of Ligny, you cannot see from one end of that battlefield to the other. In fact, I'm not entirely sure you can see a quarter of the way across it from one end. It is a gigantic battle. I think we're winning here. We might be winning more if, you look like you're loading. Okay, you're engaged. Engaged. Okay, and you're moving up to help. I might be over-focusing on the right flank. Could use some more troops in the center. We don't need the entire 3rd Division in the Bois de Bosu woods. Let's peel off a brigade to aid our center. Okay. Okay, that's the 3rd Infantry Division commander. Or give me one of the brigade commanders. I don't necessarily care which brigade. Okay. Okay. Major General Sir Colin Halkett, 5th Brigade. He will move you up the center. That should provide ample troops there. Maybe I didn't need that many cavalry here. Yeah, you know, there is enough cavalry now that I think we can advance, clear off the enemy cavalry. Yeah, we'll do that. We are going to attack. We're still gonna get 8th Brigade here. Brigade all organized for an attack, and the Netherlands forces will still be present to defend against the French infantry. I know they're further to my left, they're right. Oh, maybe we could center that a little bit more to the left. We're bumping up on the fort a little bit. Yeah, it's probably fine. I would prefer if you didn't... You had some skirmishers ahead of you when attacking enemy artillery. Oh, that's a lot of bodies there. Yeah, skirmishers being more dispersed will take a lot fewer casualties against canister shot. Oh, we are... maybe stop advancing? We're getting a little overextended, I think. Commander... here... Okay, 9th Brigade Commander... That kind of scattered people out a bit. Okay, 9th Brigade. Stop advancing. Oh, nope, nope. Not far enough back. There we go. And move to a defensive posture. They have more infantry moving up. I fully expect them to want to attack. Okay. 9th Brigade is going to move to a defensive posture in the center. You're not far enough back. You're still a little overextended. What should I consider? I think this tree line to this road here will consider our lines here. And anyone beyond that in the center is going to be considered getting overextended until we get everyone reorganized and up and are confident we've fended off the French attack. And come on! Look at the big charge from AI button this time. That's fresh troops coming up. And let's not forget about what's going on in the woods. How are we doing here? We're still doing. We're still doing. It's a lot of French bodies. Oh, it's a lot of German bodies too. Braunschweig bodies. And the Hanoverians seem to be doing alright. Ooh. Yeah, wow. The casualties here. They do mount up. We are currently... Oh, I am not doing great here. At least as far as loss exchange ratio is concerned. I have lost 4,456 men so far. And the enemy has lost a little under 4,000. I'm taking about 10% heavier casualties than the enemy is. Maybe that means I shouldn't be pushing so hard. One legitimate criticism is I might not be pushing hard enough, but I'm being too casualty averse. Doesn't look like that charge went very well overall. Yeah, they were less casualty averse in the 19th century. I'm probably not doing that bad. Do turn around, please. Important thing is that we win. We're doing alright in the woods here, I think. You should probably advance. Keep them right in their flanks. Advance until you're in range and then stop and start shooting at them. I could maybe do a bayonet charge now and then, but there really isn't a game that simulates bayonet mechanics very well. This one does a pretty good job of accurately representing just how rapidly casualties would build up in a bayonet charge, but the melees last a little longer than they should. The bayonet has never actually been a heavy casualty producing weapon. It is a psychological weapon Its use is that the enemy doesn't want to be faced with a stabby bit of metal and will run away pretty quickly. So, like right now, in reality, it might be useful to have these guys charge into the flanks of these guys, and these guys would run away. In the game, however, I think how that would work out is they'd clash into the flank of these guys, and both sides would take heavy casualties, and maybe then the French battalion would run away, but I might not actually get a better result than if I had just stayed put and kept shooting at the enemy. You move up there. I know there's cavalry nearby, but you do have a square on your flank. What is French infantry running through my lines? A lot of French infantry. Well, okay. Yeah, definitely a little overextended there. There's more infantry in the center. I think we're doing alright so far. They are definitely a little outmatched, but it's going to take a while for them to be broken. And the amount of time that's going to take, I think, will be enough time for reinforcements to come up. Oh, yes, and let's have our cavalry move up and help, come to think of it. Alright, have the cavalry move to an aggressive stance. Where is... move to an aggressive stance. I think that'll get you... I think you're smart enough not to charge enemy infantry in square, so if you're on an aggressive footing, you should be charging the enemy whenever there is actually an opportunity to charge them. I don't want to be micromanaging cavalry charges. Well, they're not in a terribly good position. Can I order them... yeah, I want you to fall back, but fall back slowly. You guys can come up and help. Okay. Pushed off one battalion. Things are looking very good in the... Oh, damn it. Very good in the woods. I'm gonna try to go up to the I move the mouse cursor up to the right, upper right corner to click the X button, and I end up moving to the upper right-hand corner, moving the camera to the upper right-hand corner of the map. Okay, the French aren't driven out of the woods yet, but they are being driven out, and that looks like a whole nother brigade coming up. I wonder if I should have just kept on the defensive footing at the river instead of pushing up. My orders did say that, to hold until reinforcements came up and then drive the enemy from the field. So I am following the spirit of my orders, even if maybe I could have played it a little bit smarter. The 8th Brigade, I thought I had ordered you to attack the enemy, form a generally straight line around here-ish, all of you. At the very least, form a straight line, as the line is the best formation for running. Ooh! And putting my cavalry commander's initiative on an aggressive footing paid off, because they found a moment to charge the enemy and drove off a battalion. Very nice. Very nicely done. If I actually end up winning this, which is not unlikely, I'm not doing poorly, I am probably going to have to give most of the credit to my subordinate commanders, and there's cavalry running right by you. Oh, wait, no. Those are our cavalry and French infantry. Nicely done. Okay, my cavalry's doing alright. Ooh, yeah, it's doing really alright. Charge down their guns, if you please. Oh, okay, this is an order to a French commander that's been intercepted. Stay. Okay, so a French unit around here somewhere has been ordered to hold its position. Ah! And French cavalry were charging up there. What looked pretty aggressive for a moment. Okay. Oh, of course, I ordered the entire division into the woods. That means the guns are going into the woods too. But they'll be more useful in the open. Now, where is the... Are you in charge of the battery here? That is two batteries here. Put one of you on the left. Right next to these guns, I think. And the other... Let's move up on the right. In with these guns. If I can find... Yeah, so we'll put them right about... Okay, we're holding. Holding in the center. Clearing out the woods on the right. And we're holding on the left. Well, I thought I had ordered an advance on the left. But I can see why it's not being followed through, because, yeah, okay, the enemy infantry has come up in force, and maybe don't sit there and get shot at by enemy infantry. It'll get out of range of them. Damn it, 8th Brigade. I have ordered you up multiple times. get forward of the river and support the cavalry so that they can be more effective. Okay. Moves into force move order here. I'll take charge from AI. Charge enemy infantry in square. They're in square and you're in musket range, then move back. You could maybe move forward a little bit more. I think I had ordered you back, but that was when you were kind of being overwhelmed. You're flanked. Probably get back. Like you're already... Oh! Full-blown retreat there. Not neglect the woods here. Everyone, we need you over here. Gonna get into a fairly aggressive position. Force the enemy infantry into square. Charge them down when you see an opportunity. Okay, maybe I should start having my infantry in the woods advance. I think, yeah, we're clearing them out. Okay, they're about cleared. So advance to the edge of the woods, now if you please. I might have been the commander for all of them. I think they got the gist. Oh, and have I ordered you guys onto an aggressive footing? No, I have not, apparently. You're falling back. That's alright. They got troops in front of you that are gonna be screening that. Oh, wow. The bodies loading in here. Fighting over here has actually been pretty intense. Okay. I think this cavalry unit is needed in the center. Not just that one squadron. Okay. I don't wanna... There's 5th Brigade moving up, and just in time it would seem. How are you doing on ammo? You are out of ammo. Okay then. That's the problem. Just as well that 5th Brigade is moving up. You're also out of ammo. Do I have... These guys have ammo? Really? I've never learned how to use these things. Well, I guess kind of stand there and look imposing until I can get you relieved by a fresh battalion. Oof. Okay, yeah, reinforcements can't come quick enough. We are at the stage of the battle where I need to start worrying about, okay, who still has ammo and who doesn't. Okay, you retreat. You are also out of ammo, so you retreat. You... Just skirmishers forward. And just gonna advance a bit. We're definitely getting pushed harder in the center. Oh, there's more reinforcements coming up. Well, we'll know to send them to the center. More Brits. And more guns. Yeet. Okay, so far I have 26,000 troops on the field. Okay, things are improving here. 26,000 troops on the field. I have suffered 6,200 casualties. They have suffered 6,200 casualties. So we're pretty evenly matched. This is not looking good for this brigade here, and and if I order them to retreat, they'll be run down by enemy cavalry. So I really need to move up brigades to rescue them, make the tactical situation a little less awful for them. Need cavalry up to defend against their cavalry more effectively. Oh, yeah, and if you're completely out of ammo, I suppose you're not useless, you still have bayonets, but for now, just fall back behind our lines. Okay, see, 8th Brigade has now made the somewhat greater attempt to follow the spirit of my orders of Generally forming a line over there. Get you over here as well. We want cavalry over here. Ooh, we need infantry over here. We'll fill in the woods with troops. And hopefully they are obeying my orders to push up to the edge of the woods and beyond if they can. That's not good. And there's nowhere for them. No friendly lines for them to fall back behind. That's really not good. Cavalry? Mind countercharging? This division moving up here. Okay. Move up a little further, please. Okay. Get nice and close here. You can countercharge these cavalry. And now I can order these troops. Oh. I was going to order them to retreat, and they're smart enough to get started on their own. Okay, so covered them. The enemy cavalry couldn't charge them down. You're out of ammo, aren't you? Didn't I tell you to leave? You go behind our lines. They're trying to form square, they can't get to it in time. And they're countercharging. Retreat. Countercharge the countercharge. Nope, not that way, not that way. Stop. Wrong. Yeah, charging the wrong unit there. You countercharge the countercharge. These guys right here. Charge them. No. Okay. Okay. Let's get some of these troops organized where I want them. You are unengaged so far. Let's put you towards the left side of the woods, where we are kind of starting to get broken up there. It's 1st Hanover Brigade. And the other brigade, I think there were 2 of them here, right? Yeah. That ought to be sufficient. My line's a little weak there, but they're moving in to plug that. We'll collect them together once they actually start. I am starting to get pressed pretty hard on my right. Holding on the left. Let's redeploy some of the Dutch troops, if they still have ammo, over on the right. Or center, since the woods are my right now. This used to be my right, now it's my center since the lines have extended into the woods. You 8th Brigade will be solely responsible for holding there. There's plenty of ammo, so do deploy over on the right. Yeah, I think switching back to a defensive posture will be advisable for the time being. You, Commander, get out of there. And you, charge! It could have gone better. It really looks like they're breaking through here. You're out of ammo. Still have bayonets, so you're not worthless, but not who I really want plugging the gap. So I already have Hanover Brigade moving up to plug the gap. And we're gonna have more troops up soon. Oh, damn it. Take another brigade's worth of infantry. And these are full strength battalions. 1,000 men each. That's rare to see. Most battalions are under strength at maybe around 400, 600 men. These guns up here. I think what I'm going to do with these guns once they're up is form a second line of guns behind the river. Ah! Check the guns. Cavalry, cavalry. Do I have any crap? Oh, that's not good. Well, they won't get all of them, but they're gonna get some of them. Shoot. We've lost a gun there. Damn it, damn it. Get the guns into the squares, that would be nice. Ooh, good shot off there. Okay, so that's like 3 guns we've lost to cavalry by now. I need you over on the right. Oh, hey. There you are. And commander of the Hanover Brigade. There we go. Now, could you get kind of aligned a little bit more that way? Oh. There's enemy cavalry pushing through. That's going to make that more difficult. Okay, now if there's cavalry coming, you really want to be formed in square. Those are our cavalry. While my fears were not unfounded, they were seeing off enemy cavalry. Yeah, Hanover Brigade. I'd really like you to plug this gap. Which way am I facing? Oh, I'm over the Braunschweig group now. Hanover Brigade. There we go. Commander of the Hanover Brigade. I would very much appreciate it if you could form up around here-ish. Yeah, there we go. And then that gap will be plugged. Probably have you fall back under fire until a cat wandered in through my window. Oof, okay. That was not unexpected. Okay, Commander. Stay behind the line, please. Where are you in the square? I don't see any nearby any cavalry. Famous last words, but point into line for the time being. And let's get a couple of squadrons of cavalry over this way. Ooh, you're facing the wrong way. Okay, turn the tables there. For the time being. They didn't move as much as I thought they would. Still, I think the hole has been plugged. What are you doing? Okay, we're moving to get inside the square. That's a good move. Oh, reinforcements. They're still coming up. Oh, and more reinforcements. Plenty more troops. Okay. This is a bloody fight. That's 7,500 casualties for me, 7,250 casualties for the enemy. back in line. You can always form square again if the cavalry get perilously close. Our cavalry. Where? No, I moved a couple of squadrons of cavalry over this way. Where are they? Let's try to deploy into line about there-ish. Nope, nope. Okay, they're forming up north of the crossroads. Where are my cavalry? Oh, I saw some in the woods at one point. There we go. Here's a squadron of cavalry. You get over to the center. We badly need cavalry in the center. Okay, and let's grab up these infantry that are forming up here. Okay, that's the full division. Yeah, let's form up the whole division out here-ish. I'll give a little bit of depth to our defense. That's a perilous position for those cavalry to be in. Oh, and that's a perilous position for my infantry to be in. Nope, move that gun back. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have moved my artillery across the river. It might have been a bad move. I do have more artillery coming up. Where are you going? Oi! Where on the map are we right now? Ooh. Far right. Yeah, you're needed at the front, please. Ah! God damn it, can't I trust you guys to form square on your own initiative? If you do nothing else on your own initiative? You, cavalry. That's what you're here for. Okay, I think, start falling back across the river. Starting with whatever's left of my guns. Oh, they're doing a charge. Like, yeah, casualties are gonna mount pretty rapidly there. Okay. I think probably general orders for everyone around here is slowly fall back when pressed. And we will eventually fall back across the river. We could probably get back across the river. Seem to have won in the woods. Mostly. A little bit of action in the woods. Cavalry over here. I had ordered cavalry over here, didn't I? Or are they doing it? Oh. Okay. Reinforcements, always nice to see. We got even more coming up now, too. Some more Nassau troops. think I'll have them form up around here as well. Get close enough to encourage the enemy to stay in square. Give our men a little bit of a firepower advantage. You're not exactly going where I told you to. Oh, this battalion's getting shredded. Doing alright, actually. A 3-hour battle. The conclusion of the battle is determined by a timer, I believe. It started at 2 o'clock, 1400. So it'll end at 1700. Just another half hour to go. Just need to hang on. You guys slowly retreat under fire. Everything's looking in the woods. Yeah, you got a reasonably comprehensive line there. Yeah? I think we can hold them. Oh, they moved their cavalry off, which means we should form... Okay, battle time around 8 p.m. as the sun begins to set. Green will darken. After 20 minutes, visibility, line of sight will begin to gradually diminish to 30 yards. Okay. But this battle won't last that long. It's only 16:30 right now. French are bowing to our strength and beginning to retire. Permission to send out attack orders and sweep them from the field, sir. Well, that was my original plan, but then they brought up reinforcements and started forcing us back. But yeah, if I get the impression that we're strong enough to start pushing them back, then... Oh, they're pushing on the left, as I thought they might get around to doing eventually. You form into line for the time being. Might need to form back in the square. They do have cavalry around that area. Oh, you're so thinned out that you're fighting in a single rank. But yeah, keep retiring. And, fall back behind these Nassau troops. Get them facing that way. Okay, yeah, they're a little less tore up than you, but they're pretty tore up themselves. Wait, let's have... I don't want the entire division to move up. just do this rightmost brigade if I can find a brigade, relevant brigade commander. Brigade. We'll hold on the left without too much difficulty, I think. There is a brigade commander going on. Yes, okay, there we go. 1st Guards Brigade. So, 1st Guards Brigade, it makes more sense to move them up. And that is 2nd Guards Brigade. Advance for Mother Russia, Guards troops. The Soviets were quite fond of Guards formations. Pretty much identical to regular troops, except for the honorary title Guards. Oh! The French have taken that objective. Apparently while I wasn't looking. Okay, well, I guess that means I need to send more troops into the woods. Actually secure the objective that we were supposed to secure. Orders! Attack that objective. Move to an attack stance there. I suppose I could have the 2nd Guards Brigade move. Yeah. I should have them, these guys, move up to the front line and take over for these guys who have been fighting quite hard. They've taken very heavy casualties. Plus, I'm giddy to see what a full-strength battalion can do. Full-strength British infantry battalion. 1,000 men and muskets. That's a powerful formation. Thought they were advancing over here. They seem to have come to a halt. In fact, I get the impression that their attack has petered out. Means we should resume our attack. Expanse. You also attack stance. Reform that square. Oh. have taken 9,130 casualties. The enemy has taken 8,500 casualties. Looking at these two numbers here. Moving towards your objective, request. They're advancing, and one of them is advancing. A lot of guns. Gonna be even more at Waterloo. So many more guns at Waterloo. I wonder how many guns I currently have under my command. Large formations are maybe a tad unwieldy. French cavalry are right there. They'd be well within the rights to punish me for this decision. Okay, yeah, my infantry are too smart to stay like that. Oh. You can surely fight in line. They're moving up. Are you guys gonna keep moving up? I kinda thought you were gonna keep moving up. Two in a line. Ah. Battalion is at this time the smallest element in an army capable of independent maneuver. I believe by the time of World War I, the company will be the smallest maneuver element. And these days, it is the fire team. So I say the battalion is the smallest maneuver element, but you can split off the light company and battle maneuver on its own for a bit. Although, generally its job is to screen in front of the battalion. Oh. That's a screenshot. And I am so glad I was not a soldier in the Napoleonic Wars. That was brutal. Yes, I seem to be perfectly content to send Napoleonic soldiers to their deaths. Absolutely brutal conflict. This is one of the more minor battles in it. It is starting to get darker. What are you doing? Okay, French cavalry moving up. Probably form square. They're charging. Well, those aren't the ones I thought you were going for, but... Is the 95th. I haven't been using the 95th to their fullest extent. Can you get them? Map, make sure there's no surprises coming for me. Okay. Looks like these guys are following their orders to clear this objective for me. Night does seem to be falling, though, doesn't it? Which doesn't make sense. It's only 1645. Okay. Also, cavalry countercharge, protect my infantry. Okay, good work. Ooh, yes. And caught their infantry in line. Start clearing out that group. Clean up the numbers. Almost 1,000 men too. 150. Is that right? Well, we're doing alright there. Okay. How are we doing? Things are looking alright at the moment. 9,880 casualties on my side, 9,660 casualties on their side. So we're almost neck and neck. I'm not losing significantly more troops than they are. And what the heck is 2nd Guards Brigade doing? In any case, is going. Remarkably well, apparently. Keep it up. Yeah, drive in front from the field. Very good. First Guards Brigade. Please advance. Second Guards Brigade. You too. Probably just in range there. And the objective is ours. Oh, it's showing as ours. Still French infantry on the objective. Objective around here, yeah. It's currently in French hands. And we don't want it to be in French hands. So... attack, please. With the help of... with the help of these cavalry. Drive them back. Coming up on the end of the battle, and we need to start being more worried about taking objectives than minimizing casualties. It is starting to get pretty dark. Oh, right, and you're not part of 8th Brigade, but are in a position to help, so, oh. Okay. Well, that's not good. You guys, maybe form square. My cavalry drove them off. Don't get ahead of yourselves there. Okay, it's getting pretty dark. Battle should be ending soon. Hopefully it'll be ending with this objective here in our hands. I haven't checked on this fort all battle. It is an objective, and one that I didn't bother with. Okay, draw them off. Leaving the objective behind. They're retreating. And thank goodness, because it's night. Okay, it's coming up on 1700, which should be automatic battle end time. Oh, wow. Okay. Still not giving me the objective. What? Major what? Come on, that was a victory. Maybe because I wasn't focusing enough on capturing objectives, but the French objective was, well, I mean, the French objective was mainly to pin me down so I couldn't help Blucher, but apart from that, it was to drive me from the field, and I wasn't driven from the field. I held firm and, in fact, pushed them back a bit. I didn't exactly drive them from the field, but this was not a major defeat. I probably should have paid a little bit closer attention to game objectives, though. So, how'd we do overall? Giving me casualties. It's not breaking casualties down by killed, wounded, and captured, which is unfortunate. I like to get that kind of detail. But I lost 10,000. Marshal Ney lost 10,000. Casualties were pretty neck and neck. 10,169 casualties under Wellington's command. 10,154 casualties under Ney's command. There you go.